when you remove Jesus, when you remove the spiritual component from struggles emotionally and mental health struggles, you are removing the foundation, not only on which the life can be built, but which help can be found. And again, this is not political, but depending on who sits in the White House, there is either support for faith-based solutions through the VA or not. Right now, we're at a moment where the faith-based solutions office with the VA has been shut down. And what we have to do politically and what the government needs to do is say, all right, what has helped? What has worked? Let's get behind that, even if it doesn't fit our model or our template, even if it's outside of clinical care. And that's a fight that organizations like Mighty Oaks are engaged in. On the political front, we advocate for faith-based programs, not just Mighty Oaks, but other faith-based programs. So that's happening. So one layer is we need politicians who have experience in the military and in combat, have a personal connection to these issues, and can move, legislatively on behalf of those. We need then government officials who are have really been put in a position to deal with this, to look at the slate of options and say, I don't necessarily maybe agree with the faith-based option, but there's real data to demonstrate that it is successful. Let's at least make that an option. So that would be huge. And then on the church side, this is probably the layer of your question, what can be done, that bothers me the most. I don't expect much from the government. I hope, we advocate, we push, we support, but I don't expect a lot there. What has happened, though, and what we've seen happen with churches across the country, this is not every church, but broadly churches, is they recognize that there is a problem. They recognize and can acknowledge that veteran suicide and homelessness and the divorce rates being very high, all of those are problems. But then they separate themselves from that by saying something like, we don't know how to deal with post-traumatic stress, or we don't know how to address those issues. And what I want to communicate to the church, what we work to communicate to the church is, look, you might need someone who has that experience to be the bridge that works with these veterans, but the solutions for any broken marriage, the solution for anyone who's struggling with addictions of any kind, the solution for sin is the exact same. The solution for brokenness is the exact same, whether you've served in the military or not. And if we really hold on to God's word, the truth of Scripture, and we believe it's true and we believe it's sufficient, then we also, as a church community, have to believe it's sufficient to deal with the issues that the men and women who have served us are dealing with. Now, there's some nuance there. There are some techniques. There are some resources. We talked about that a little bit before we started recording and the need for that. But fundamentally, the church needs to take the position that we have the truth, and we need to figure out how to communicate that truth that we already hold with the men and women who have served us.